Okay, well, thank you everyone so much for being here today. We are here with our friends from Local Services to bring you an amazing interactive and informational webinar today. So without further ado, let's dive right in and talk about getting more leads directly into your Workiz account and how to do so with the help of Local Services ads. All right, Ryan, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Wonderful. Happy to be here. And thanks so much for letting me join today.
Definitely. We're so excited to see you. So Ryan is a program manager at Local Services at Google. Ryan, do you want to give us a little bit of an intro as to who you are and what you do there?
Yeah, absolutely. So really happy to be here today. And thank you everyone for joining. So my name is Ryan Marie, or just Ryan, and I'm a program manager for Local Services Ads at Google. Been on the team for about 2 years and really excited again to be here today and talk to you guys about the benefits of booking with Workiz.
Definitely. Yes. We are so excited to announce this recent integration just here a few months ago over the summer. We decided to partner with Local Services. So we're super excited to hear from you today. And I also want to introduce Dee Dee. Dee Dee, how are you?
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today?
Super good. I'm seeing you 2 times, so we get double the Dee Dee here.
Okay. No, if you see me like that, that's perfect. I didn't notice it. Okay, great. Now, is everything fine now?
Yes, you're good.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Great to be here. Hey, Ryan, and hey, Melissa. I'm Didi, Workiz CEO. A long time ago, I've been a service technician. Wasn't such great at that, but I know the trade. Most of my life I spent in high tech, building companies, building great companies. And today my goal is to contribute as much as we can to all the participants, to grow their business and basically succeed with Google and Workiz.
Definitely. We're super excited to hear from you, our CEO of Workiz. We'll dive right in here in just a moment, but quick introduction. I'm Melissa Merrill. I'm a partner development manager also here at Workiz. And today we're just really excited to bring you some awesome content to show you how to get more business with the booking feature within Google so that you can start ranking in top search results within your field and your industry in your local area. So that being said, let's dive right into the on-demand economy. So you all watching today have probably heard this, the on-demand economy, right? We want instant gratification on everything. So what we've found is instant booking is really the way to go. Dee Dee, do you want to chat with us a little bit about 2021 and beyond, why now is the time to implement instant booking in your business?
So let's start with the bigger picture. We all understand that we live in a faster and faster world. I mean, Uber is the best example. We want a cab, we get it right now. And if we don't get it, we basically go to Lyft and to other services. Everybody wants everything instantly. And once you don't get it, you basically switch to another provider. The goal of instant booking, or in general, fast service, is to enable the consumers to get their service immediately. And understanding that as a business creates huge growth, and we see that all across every platform that we integrate with, and definitely with Google too.
Definitely. I think it's so important to get booked online these days, right? We have these wonderful magical devices in our hands, probably 90% of the day, right? Especially as field service business pros and those out in the field. So that being said, I think providing that super easy way to get booked online is key. Ryan, do you have any thoughts on this and how local services can help?
Oh, absolutely. So the combination of booking and local services. So I'll start with local services. So local services ads are generated when a consumer enters a search query in any Google, such as appliance repair near me, junk removal in San Francisco, any combination of a home service plus where a geolocation, so city, state, zip code near me, and Google will do the location finding for you. local services ads is going to be the top results on Google. It's going to be the very first options that consumers see if it's a local services ads vertical, meaning roofer, plumber, junk repair, appliance repair, etc. So already right off the book, you're going to be the top ads that consumers see. It's going to give your business name, a call to number, your review rating, just a ton of information right at the start. With booking, combined with local services ads, you're able to reach consumers who are really at the bottom of that sales funnel. They're ready to book somebody now. They want to get it on the schedule. They want to move on to the next thing in their lives. And with this new booking feature, we're giving consumers on Google the opportunity to circumvent traditional call to book with a straight path to booking. And we're going to show you a little bit more what that looks like in a little bit here. And what this does is it makes it so there's one less step for consumers to book that time with you, the provider, to come to their house and perform that service. So we're taking out a whole step, and calling is not something that every consumer enjoys. They may put it off for later. They may forget who they saved to call for later, et cetera. So this is an additional path to get consumers who need that job done now booked with your business. So it's a really exciting opportunity, and the combination of booking plus local services ads, so you're already at the top of the Google search page, plus instant results is really what we mean by on demand and what consumers want to see in the environment these days.
Ryan, I have to add to that, because we see a lot of clients. We serve millions of consumers every year, and we see a trend in the last, few years. Not everybody wants to call the service. I can, admit to myself, when I need a service, I prefer to book it online instead of speaking to somebody because I'm super busy. And in many cases, I just cannot speak while doing that. It doesn't have to be emergency. It doesn't have to be on demand. It can be something for next week, and it's still a good way to book a plumber or a locksmith. And we see a big trend with younger people, which like to chat and do digital booking much better than just calling somebody.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. It's perfect for both the instant needs of, locksmith, I'm locked out of my house, I need somebody now, but also staying with the locksmith, I know that I need to make, 5 extra keys for my, patio door. I can set up that appointment right off the bat, and it's done. I don't have to worry about it. As a millennial myself, I am not an introvert. I hope you guys can tell I'm an extrovert. I'm a social person. And I also, just speaking on personal experience, will prefer a digital experience that I can just go through and it's done. I don't have to worry about human error. I don't have to worry about, leaving a message, hoping someone calls back, organizing that in my head, following up later. So absolutely great point. Thank you so much, Didi, for calling that out.
Definitely. Yeah. And I can totally agree with you on that, Ryan. I'm also a millennial, and I am the type where I want those first few results to show up at the top of my page within my search, whether I'm searching electrician near me or carpet cleaner near me, right? Whatever I'm going in there as the consumer, when I see that listing is right at the top, I feel like, honestly, this is just my personal opinion, I feel like it's like a safer bet. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good choice. Like, they've been vetted out. Like, okay, they're obviously doing something right if they're showing up at the top of the search results here. So I think it also just helps with like the sales psychology behind it too,
Yes, we are the generation of instant gratification. And I say that hands up, I'll take that.
I love it. Yeah. So on that same note, response times also matter, right? So like Didi mentioned, sometimes you might not always be able to get to the phone right away, especially if you're trying to wear sort of all the hats, or say your dispatch person calls out sick for the day, or your scheduler needs to take a vacation, things like that, where you can't always get to those phone calls, those inquiries, those emails, whatever it is. So let's talk a little bit about why instant communication is key once you're getting those instant bookings. So Dee, let's chat a little bit about how this can be achieved with the local services and Workiz integration, if you will.
So let's start again with taking a step back. Why instant response is key. I led hundreds of salespeople all of my life, and the first lesson in sales school is if somebody is requesting a quote, a demo, whatever, you respond immediately. Within 5 minutes, you're almost 90% less likely to get them over the phone because they just went to do something else or to your competitor. Similarly, it happens here. If somebody is trying to book you, to chat with you, to call you, and you're not answering, guess what? They're going to go to the competitor. Instant communication is key here because when somebody try to book you or tell you that they need your services, they expect an immediate response, very much like chat experience. And if you don't do that, or if you don't answer the phone, similarly, they're just going to move to the next search result and going to book your competitor.
Ryan, what are your thoughts on that? Do you see that happening a lot within, Google itself, or even just as a consumer?
As a consumer, I absolutely do see that. The nice part of local services ads from a consumer standpoint is that we very much rely on responsiveness in terms of that ad ranking. So answering that phone call, if you miss calls, your ranking may go down. With a booking, you don't have to worry about missing calls. It's happening automatically. Your responsiveness rating stays high, which means your LSA ad has an overall chance of being in those very top spots. So more consumers will see you. So on the provider view as well, booking is a benefit also because of that responsiveness rating. So for consumers, it's great because it means they're going to get fast results. For providers, having booking on means there's less opportunity for you to miss calls and again be moved down in ranking on your LSA ad in Google. So overall, absolutely agree. Instant response matters to consumers. If you don't respond, if you don't pick up my phone call, I'm going to go to the next guy because I want this to be done and I just want to move on with my life.
Yeah.
Super important, Ryan, and specifically when leads are so costly these days. I mean, guys, this is a great tip. Responsiveness is key to growing your business. I mean, we're not kidding here. You're working so hard and you're trying to bring new blood, new customers to your business, and you pay so much money for marketing. Be available, and if not, just remove your ads when you're not available, or better, just have a great phone system all around. I mean, yes, I'm preaching as as a Workiz CEO, where we have an integrated phone system. But in general, if your phone system is making you available, you're gonna get more leads, you're gonna get more jobs. It's plain simple, and it's similarly it happens within the booking and the instant booking. Just be available, make yourself available, and you're definitely gonna get more business.
Yeah, I know for myself as a homeowner here in San Diego, I love a business that keeps in touch. I love a business that reminds me of my service window, right? Say I'm hiring a plumber to do some work around the house. I love when they send me ETAs, right? San Diego is a very large metropolitan area. People can hit traffic. People can, there's a lot that can happen, right? Jobs can get delayed. But if you're in communication with me as the homeowner, sending those automated text messages, whatever it is, that I'm in the loop and I don't feel like I'm in the dark and like my crisis is going to turn into a bigger crisis, right? I love when businesses keep in touch. So yes, definitely instant communication is key. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the integration itself and how Workiz with our partnership with local services is really helping service pros take their business to the next level. It's really a game changer, I think. And so I would love to hear from Dee as to the why behind the integration here. Why Google local services ads?
Perfect question. We see the world moving, shifting online more and more. I mean, we all do work on an offline mode. So you go to the to the client house or office, and you do whatever work you do. The back office was and will always be a challenge, but we see a trend that takes those businesses, your business, more and more online. And our goal is to automate the lead generation, basically the lead to job, as much as possible. So simply you deliver your availability throughout the week. You do that in the Workiz platform as you do it today, because otherwise the dispatcher will book jobs that are not available, right? Time slots that are not available. We basically sync with this information with the Google local services, and ads are being served only on the time that you guys are available, which is like a magic, right? Once somebody is booking you, and this is done, as I mentioned, automatically. So somebody needs a plumbing job, and they're going to book you guys, I don't know, on a Monday, 9 a.m. San Diego. You will instantly see that on the Workiz platform. And together with our fully integrated automation system, you can basically send a text message to the client, thanking him for his business and telling him that you know, gonna be in the right place at the right time, letting the technician know, and maybe the owner wants to know about that too. So you can basically do all the dispatch work, of course, from a Google perspective, almost automatically, down to the time that a technician gets to the client's location. This saves tons of time. It optimizes your time, so you can actually make more jobs within your technician time in your entire day.
Definitely. I always think of automations as like the little robots working your business behind the scenes, you know, without you trying.
And you know, once you get people into this tedious and boring work, I would say mistakes are happening. Just think about how many times you made an address mistake. The technician will not get it, or he will start calling the client, where are you, what's the right address, and so on and so forth, or just God forbid, a wrong phone number. That's hell on earth. You're not going to do this job. And all these things are being avoided by just letting the clients do their own thing without listening to them and typing it in the CRM. Huge performance. Just to give you an idea, I mean, it's a few experiments that we've done, before and after. The response time using this kind of integration is thousands of times faster than what it was before. So we can clearly see our clients integrating with Google local services, having more jobs and more instant jobs in many ways.
Yeah. Yep. Back to that word, the I word. We'll call it the I word, instant, right? That seems to be the theme of
No, seriously, it's hours becoming minutes. And as a client, just imagine what it means. I mean, you're getting a response within minutes instead of hours. You're probably going to do the job with that service person.
Yep. And like Dee Dee mentioned, just since we launched this just a few months ago, we've already seen amazing use cases within our Workiz user base that are absolutely loving this and have turned on the activation and they're ready to go. So Ryan, can you tell us about some of the verticals that love this easy functionality to be able to book more jobs?
Absolutely. So we've got quite a few home services verticals on local services ads. Some of them that are currently live with booking with Workiz include appliance repair, junk removal, moving services, plumber, roofer, electrician, locksmith, garage door provider, window repair, and I could just keep going and going. And those are the ones that are currently live. I'm going to stop there and let you guys know that we're constantly growing too. So we are constantly working to bring on new verticals to local services ads. Once those verticals become live, we work with Workiz, our booking partner, to get them integrated with the new verticals so that we can bring those online even faster. So some of the verticals that are coming soon include handyman, pool cleaning, home inspection, home theater. So I'll stop there, but just keep in mind, we are currently live in many verticals for instant booking and we are constantly growing.
Yeah, the list is ever growing. I've even seen that just within the past few months. So I love to see these new verticals being added, especially for those attending today. I am sure most, if not all of you today watching have to do with something within those verticals, if not the industry itself. Dee Dee, any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No, we covered the topic pretty well. Just answer faster, answer immediately, and you're going to grow your business almost instantly.
Yep. All right. So Ryan, I know that you are the guru when it comes to all things best practices within the product itself. Can you chat with us a little bit about how this all works?
Absolutely. So once you're live with local services, we do have a few best practices listed here that we recommend you adhere to keep your ad optimized, to keep your ad ranking as highly as possible, and to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck, so to speak, with your local services ads. So here's a quick overview. We've got the 3 R's: radius, reviews, and responsiveness. And by that, we mean radius. Make sure all of the service areas that you do business in are listed in local services. So that means any city, any zip code, any county that you're willing to travel to do this job. We ask that you make sure those are added. And that is so we only serve your ad in those specific locations. So for example, I'm located in the Bay Area in San Francisco. If I have a plumbing business, I'm probably not going to San Diego or Los Angeles, which is 9 hours away, for a day job. Not going to happen. So that will not be included in my service areas. Next is reviews. So your reviews, the number of reviews you have and that review score also impacts your LSA ranking. And what we ask is that every good job you guys have completed, and I'm sure you only complete really good jobs, reach out to that consumer or that customer at this point and ask them for a review. Next is responsiveness. So we've touched on this a few times during this webinar already today. Responsiveness is extremely important. If you miss a call, and keep in mind, we ask you to put in your business hours and let us know how you would like your ad to be scheduled. It could be 24 hours. It can be only during your business hours, custom hours, whatever you'd like. So we ask that you be sure that you are able to answer each call that comes in. With booking, you don't have to worry about that aspect with the booking leads. You only need to answer the pros that do not do instant booking and instead call. So we're making your lives a little bit easier there with booking. Add all relevant job types and verticals. All right, if I am a plumber and an electrician, I can have both of those verticals in one LSA account. Booking can be done to that one LSA account. Separately, you are free to separate those verticals. Instead of having plumber and electrician in one account, I can separate them into 2 accounts. You're still able to have booking on those 2 separate accounts. Based on your preference for setup. So highlight your differentiators. So we allow for some business callouts and some COVID callouts on local services ads, things like safety gear, no contact payment, family owned and operated, eco-friendly, etc. So lots of different options there that you can go right ahead and add to that ad. And it's going to be one of the first things that consumers see when they click on your business profile. So easy call outs to make you stand out from the competition. You can upload any photos of your teams, example of jobs. Again, just easy things for consumers to see. I love seeing photos when I'm about to hire somebody. It just makes them, one, more real. I can see they're a real business and see examples of the type of work they do. All right, setting and maintaining your business hours. As I mentioned, we do have ad scheduling options on local services. So you can set up your ad to only run live when your business is open. It can be 24 hours or it can be, again, whatever custom thing you want. For your budget, you don't need to put in some crazy amount. The amount of budget you enter is willing to pay does not impact your ranking. we recommend that you only put in budget for the amount of calls or leads you could feasibly take on in any given week or month. And then, of course, try new and emerging features such as booking to harness the power of local services.
Yeah, I always love this overview because it is a healthy reminder that it's one thing to get yourself on a new lead generation platform, if you will, but not fill everything out, not take full advantage of your profile. So I see a lot of times business owners will come in here and they'll sign up and they'll go, okay, I checked the box, I did it, you know, but the profile is sort of barren, you know, it's sort of sparse. And so what we want to see as consumers is those differentiators, right? Like Ryan said, are you eco-friendly? Maybe you're a junk removal company and you have a very specific way of how you dispose of the items, or maybe you're family owned and operated and somebody that specifically wants to, you know, support small and support local, maybe is that's appealing to them. Things like that, where you're truly missing out if you're not going in here and really populating all the different fields. The photos as well. I think human beings were visual, right? We like to see things. We like that social proof of, oh, okay, they're in a appliance repair company. Wow, that's my exact fridge. Oh my gosh, okay, I just earned their trust, right? With just a photo that they had on their profile. So little things like this. Thank you for sharing these best practices, Ryan. Super helpful.
Melissa, I want to add a few items that can help the guys who are using Workiz to basically take these best practices and implement them within their workflows. So in general, reviews are super important, and I think all these tips are awesome. The question is, how do you do them automatically? Because technicians, you can ask them to ask for reviews. It doesn't always work, and you definitely don't want to send everybody a text message asking them for a review, specifically if you haven't done a great job. A good tip over there would be send different type of a text, like asking them how was the service. And if they have any questions or challenges to contact you, and if not, you will be happy if they can help you grow your business and writing a review. This basically giving them both options instead of just sending them to write a better review. You want to do right with your customers, and this will definitely going to get back to you as returning customers. From a job times perspective, you can clearly see that's related immediately to the job types at the Workiz system. Super important to use data afterwards. So you advertise and you pay a lot of money on many platforms, not just Google. Do yourself a favor and take, at least once a week, take a look at the reports of the job sources versus the revenue, and not just the revenue, but the profit. So who answered the call, who booked the job, what type of jobs you had over there, how much money you made, and just not just revenue, but also profit if you're adding costs to your jobs. Super important to look into those things, because this allows you to optimize your marketing and eventually to make more money down the road. Regarding photos, I would urge not just adding photos in the Google platform, but also ask your technicians to add them within the mobile application. This will help you very soon in the future send a picture of the technician that is coming by, so customers will feel more confident about your business. So all the things, you could automate many of the things that is happening here. But again, automation is important, but use it wisely instead of just sending it without caring, because it's going to bite you. So think about what you do. But eventually we see that anybody that uses the automations in the Workiz platform is growing their business tremendously.
Yeah, definitely. All about building that trust factor for sure. So, okay, Ryan, we've walked through, the best practices of what our Workiz service pros can unlock and kind of fill out online. So what does the actual customer see on their end?
Great question. And for this slide and the next slide, I'm actually going to show you the customer flow, or the consumer journey. So we do start out here. You can see 3 different screenshots. The first one being the local services feed, or what a consumer would see if they go deeper into looking at their local services ads. So here you can see a list of providers. They've got that green check mark indicating that they've completed all of local services onboarding requirements. They're badged, they're on the platform. All right, and at that very top example, that looks like AAA plumbing, you can see two icons. You've got a book icon and a call icon. You can already see that there's a few things that make this ad stand apart from the others. Not only is that it at the very top of ranking, but it also has that additional book icon. So it's showing that only with that provider could a consumer book their service in some way other than calling. So right off the bat, so let's pretend that we've selected book. Next, we're going to go to the next view where we're going to be able to select what types of services under a plumber we need support with. So these are all job types that you're able to check off in your local services ads profile, as well as Workiz. Correct me if I'm wrong. Good. So a consumer can come right in and see here, all right, I need my drain unclogged. So I'm going to select schedule there. Then it's taking us to the next view, select a date and time. So here we can see right off the bat, there's that calendar view. There is a estimate already there for me of approximately what that might cost, and that's information you can add. So going back to the calendar, we can see of the date I've selected, the days available are going to be in that blue bright color. There's different time slots available. So a consumer can easily just see, all right, I want 10 a.m. to 11 or 2 to 3, whatever option I want. All right, we're going to go to the next slide. We're going to continue this journey. All right, so I've selected my date and I selected that afternoon spot between 2 to 3 o'clock. I've got my details right there, my estimate, the unclogged drain, the service I need done. And then here are those booking notes. So these are what we were chatting about earlier, where Dee Dee mentioned, there's human error involved when you've somebody answering the phone, listening to the consumer, also typing out their, the phone number, their name, their address, etc. Now we put the onus on the customer. Hopefully, there's going to be nobody else who knows their phone number, their address, any details better than them. So here we are right at the top. They can add any notes about the job that they're asking you to come and do. That's totally optional. Next, they can add their contact information, and this is required, as well as a phone number and that business address. So once they've gone in and completed filling out all their information, they hit book, and then they get a little confirmation icon, which you're seeing in that very last box at the end. Everybody gets an email confirming the booking, and they are good to go.
Super, super, super easy. I absolutely love this. And I think it just looks so clean, the interface, where that's what I want as a consumer. Again, putting ourselves back in the homeowner's shoes. What do we need? We want instant communication and we want easy appointment booking. So this is great. Dee Dee, any comments on sort of this workflow and how it ties into Workiz?
Mostly the service areas related. I mean, working with the Workiz platform, you clearly see different areas, different neighborhoods, different cities for wider operation that are more profitable. If you've decided that if you already know an area, a specific area that is more profitable for you, I would suggest, as long as you have enough, demand, to focus on this area. So basically limit the Google search to a specific area because it's basically more profitable for you. Also, I mean, living in LA for a long time, driving time is crucial. I mean, you don't want to spend your time in traffic. So try to limit the service areas to optimize your routes and serve as many jobs as you can in the same day. Again, highly recommended. In general, it's almost a seamless flow. I used it as a customer, and basically for me, again, it's much easier than speaking to somebody over the phone. It really depends on the job type, but clearly an easy way to book somebody. And as I mentioned, we clearly see more and more people are using that and growing your revenue as a result.
Yep. And I want to do a quick call out too, back to, I think it was this slide where Ryan mentioned, you know, hey, look at this AAA plumbing right here at the top. They're the very first one. And one thing here is not like the other, right? And which one is that? It's the one that gives me as the homeowner the option to hit book. I don't have to call them. I don't have to poke around on their website to try to find their contact info. I can literally just hit book right from here, which is amazing. So without further ado, we do want to provide a special offer for you today for attending. If you aren't already using Workiz for all of your field service management needs, you can head to this landing page here on the screen, workiz.com/google-local-services-ads, and you can grab your 50% off 3 months Workiz, including a free 14-day trial. So check it out. Play with the integration, see what you can do to really help take your business to the next level. Any final thoughts, Ryan or Dee Dee, before we close?
Just remember, you're working so hard. Just automate as much as tedious work that you do, and you'll grow your business. I know that in some cases, technicalities can be a little scary. Just dive in. Let us help you. Let Google help you, and we're gonna make sure that your business, and together we're gonna thrive.
Yep. +1 to everything Dee Dee just said. A quick thank you to the Workiz team for partnering with Google on this. And Google, speaking from the Google side, we're really excited to bring out a whole additional path for consumers to more quickly book their home services needs. So really excited about all of this, and Google's ready and raring to help you with your local services ads and to book qualified leads.
Yes, and who doesn't want that, right? Qualified leads being the keyword there. Yep. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending today. Thank you, Ryan, for your time. Thank you, Dee Dee, for your time. This has been amazing. And for those of you watching, we will also have a recording available for this session, available to you soon. So stay tuned. And thank you so much again for watching today.